There is a video of this man giving warning to Zimbabweans who went to the UK on COS, and he is saying that some of you must be careful because your sponsor is found in breach of Home Office guidelines and principles. Let us listen to him, and I'll come and give you my comment later.
Listen to me very carefully. Kana uchiziya munhu ari mu-UK anditya. If you know anyone who is in the UK or you're the one who is in the UK, please, you might be in serious danger at the moment because especially if you have come with K in the UK, listen to me carefully. Here's what's been happening. I've just received said news that most Zimbabwean sponsors have been losing their licenses since December up to date. Close to 100 of them have lost their licenses, Zimbabwean sponsors particularly who are in care, because most of them have been found on the wrong side of the law. They were breaching Home Office laws in terms of sponsoring people to come over to the UK. Some who were found in breach of charging people for COSs. All of them have lost their licenses. So some of them, the reason why I'm telling you this, your friend could be in danger, your relative could be in danger. If they are not aware of what's happening, your employer might not tell you if they've lost their license or not. So they may just keep it quiet or keep it a secret. It's your duty to check online to see whether there's still a valid sponsor or not. Because if you don't check, guys, it's very important and it's very dangerous. You got 60 days to leave the country according to the Home Office. As soon as your employer loses your license, you've got 60 days to find another sponsor, to find another employer. If you fail to secure another sponsor in 60 days, you are supposed to leave the country as soon as 60 days is over. You should not overstay your visa. The reason why I'm saying you shouldn't overstay the visa is because it's not relevant even if you get another sponsor after 60 days. The Home Office will just reject your visa. Because according to the Home Office, in order for them to renew any visa or to update any visa, you should not be in breach of your visa that you have. So the visa that you have says you shouldn't overstay. So if 60 days is over and then you get another sponsor after 60 days, you're still going not to get a successful visa update, unfortunately. So please spread this message, spread this news. Most people in the UK who have come on care, they're in danger. If you have come using sponsors or using employers, mostly why I'm saying my Zimbabweans is because ndokune vakawanda valuza my licenses. Most of them are Zimbabwean employers, apparently only because vanga vari kubreacha they were breaching my laws at Home Office, kutengesa ma visa, and then other things like kusabhadhara vanhu zvakanaka. If you are found pamwe pacho kuti hauna ma-contracts as well, whereas une vanhu vakawandisa vauri kuti vari kushanda under iwewe, they will take away your visa as well. So most of them have lost their licenses kubva December up to date. The Home Office said it, that they're going to come tough on those people who are breaching my laws, immigration. So they're coming tougher on employers, which is why you see kuti my COS haachabude zvekumhanya. They are becoming very strict to release any COSs. So most of you guys are not aware of this. You might not be aware that your sponsors lost their license. So please check online. If you don't know, I'll just drop a link down below so you can check. Watch that video link I'm going to send you of how you can check the list of updated sponsors who can recruit in the UK, who are still allowed to recruit in 2024. If your sponsor is not there, you should leave the country after 60 days if you fail to secure another job.
Now, one of the things that also have struck me is the fact that a lot of Zimbabweans who have been selling this COS, and it's very, very painful because some of the people that I know have sold stands. I remember in 2022, somebody came to me and said they are selling a residential property because they wanted to go to the UK. They're selling for something like, about $5,000 US dollars. because they had been charged that amount of money for them to get a COS to go to the UK, which is very, very unfortunate. This not only exposes how predatory or parasitic have we become to ourselves. There is no ZANU-PF involvement in the UK, but the people that are in the UK that are blaming this government in Zimbabwe to say the government of Zimbabwe is doing this, they are looting, they are doing this, they are taking people's money. This is the same people that are charging an arm and a leg to their fellow Zimbabweans who are struggling in the nation that they have left. And not only that, they are making them to work like slaves in the UK. Some of them, their contracts have been shortchanged. They are getting peanuts there, and they are pocketing all of the money. After selling them a COS, they are going straight again to their pocket to take it from them. There's no ZANU-PF involvement. Fellow Zimbabweans who are actively on Twitter criticizing the same government for being parasitic or for being corrupt, but they are corrupt in their own. So it brings back to the same statement that I always say. It's not that we Zimbabweans, we really have suffered. It's because we are struggling to get in the system so that we can get our hands on the cookie jar. It is very, very deplorable for me to see my fellow Zimbabwean suffering because I am taking from their own, and I'm very capitalistic, or I'm doing things that is taking so much away from their pocket. To me, it is very, very, very wrong. So what do you make of these situations that Zimbabweans are finding themselves in? To me, it is very, very painful because at the end, we are shooting ourselves in the foot. So without the government, we are preying on our own fellow Zimbabweans. Very, very, very unfortunate. I'll see you on the next video. But please share this video with your family and friends so that they can check out on their sponsors, whether they are still registered or they've been deregistered. And some of these people, they are even cruel to the fact that after their license have been revoked, they will not tell their fellow Zimbabwean. They will wait for their visa to expire, and the man will just see, or the woman will see them being kicked out of their workplace. Very, very evil things that are happening. For me, I think somehow, uh, you just say, okay, what is really wrong with us Zimbabweans? Is it that the system has indoctrinated us so much that we do these evil things to each other? I don't think other nationalities, they are doing what we do, because sometimes we do each other extreme things, which I am ahead of. Like you hear even in South Africa, stories of whereby people, when somebody has crossed the border, somebody switches off their phone. It used to happen. Nowadays, I think it is a bit, uh, those things, they no longer happen, but it used to happen. Munhu anokwira bhazi, akwira bhazi, asvika papark station, munhu anomudzimira phone, haachabatiki. Munhu astranded ari papark station. And some people ended up doing things that they are in a foreign country, nobody knows them, and they are stuck. So we can blame ZANU-PF all we want, but in some point, we are our own enemies, for sure.